still my town. My town.
Hello, welcome back to Connecting Clarkston. We are starting off season 4, episode 1 with 2 community members that we're excited to chat with. We have some events in the community that you're going to want to hear about and their involvement. First, Emily Osmialowski, who is the new executive director for the Clarkston Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome. We're excited that she's full-time now and she's moved from interim to the full-on director. Lots of good things coming on with the chamber, so thanks for being here. And Olivia Coletti. I knew I was going to mess that up. Dang it. Delete that part. Olivia Coletti, and she's coming to us from the DDA in Ortonville. And there's a really interesting collaboration happening with Clarkston and Ortonville that we all should be aware of. And there's another event coming up too, right near the Taste of Clarkston. So welcome to both of you. Thanks for chatting with us today. And congrats on your full-time position.
Thanks. Yeah.
Tell us about that journey, getting to that position.
Yeah, so I've been with the chamber since February, so going on about 7-8 months now. I was interim before. I am now permanent, so there's no getting rid of me now. Here to stay, but I grew up in the community, and so it was really cool to be able to basically like come back home and work with the businesses that I grew up going to. So really excited about it.
Are you a Clarkston grad?
I'm a Brandon grad.
Okay, all right.
But pretty close.
Yeah, fantastic. So you came back, and where were you before Clarkston?
So I now live in Sterling Heights, but I went to Western for college and came back. I worked with Lighthouse for a few years, and then I was the person that was always going to the chamber events, and I fell in love with the chamber events. And so when this opportunity came up, it was really exciting to just kind of jump in and continue working with all of the people around me, and just really excited to be here and to continue growing in the community and helping businesses thrive.
So when we scheduled this, we were hoping to also have Haley join us, but we pulled Emily away days before Taste of Clarkston, which is why we wanted to have her on right now, is to share information about that upcoming event. But Haley ended up not being able to join us. Now, did you and Haley both start at the chamber pretty close to the same time?
We did. So Haley is our membership manager. She is probably the first person that a lot of businesses will talk to when they first reach out to the chamber. But we both started similar time frames. She started in December, I started in February. But Haley is a Clarkston grad. So we're both from the area, both really excited to work with all of these businesses and continue helping to grow the chamber.
And I think one thing that we've already seen you guys do was the food truck rally this year. You guys were the ones responsible for moving that to Pine Knob Music Theater, which I know was a nice change and really seemed to help grow it. So good work with that.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a really fun event, and we saw it grow. I think it was like 3 or 4 times bigger than it's been in years past. So 2026 is looking really great. We have a lot of fun things coming up, including food truck rally again, and it should be bigger and better than last year. So
awesome! We're going to work on our cornhole skills between now and then because we did not win.
Yes, it was a real. I don't know. The cornhole competition in this area and skill level is much higher than I was aware of.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, you have to come with your A game.
Yes,
that's for sure.
Your own bags.
Branded.
There is no hope.
We're working on that. Tell just a little quick rundown. What's the advantage of businesses being in the chamber? What's the elevator pitch for that?
Absolutely. So I think I could narrow it down to one word, and that is connection. The chamber is all about connecting businesses to the community and making sure that we are getting their name out there, helping them thrive, helping them market, and really showcase what they're all about. So any businesses in the community that are looking to really establish clientele and make it so that they are front and center in front of the Clarkston community, I would highly recommend they have a conversation with us. We have networking events, ribbon cuttings, large events like Taste of Clarkston. So there is ample opportunity to get involved, and we would love to help any business around the area, really jump feet first.
And I think what's also helpful is your weekly newsletter that has a ton of information about events and like spotlights. And I mean, I read through that and I appreciate that. And where can people go if they need to, or if they'd like to join the chamber and they aren't already?
So they can definitely go to our website, which is clarkston.org. They can also stop by our offices. We are right on Main Street. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. You can come out this week. It will be a little bit messy because of Taste of Clarkston, so heads up on that. But you can stop by. We also, you can reach out to info@clarkston.org, send us an email, and we would be happy to set up a meeting and really work through what the benefits for your business could be.
Yeah.
I do also want to mention where the chamber is located. How do you explain it to people when you're telling them to come in? Like next to...
So we are right next to the post office and Kieft Engineering. We're like right in between those two. So
Okay.
A little bit south of Bunkhouse, a little bit north of Waterford Bank.
I feel like every time I'm going to the chamber, it's like hard for me to spot it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not like the post office where you go to mail your
It's the annex.
package.
Yeah.
Yes, the annex on the other side of the
Yep.
street.
It's,
Okay.
it's a little brown, like it's a brown, unassuming building, but a lot of good stuff is happening
Unassuming.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yes.
Don't drive by. But okay, let's talk about the taste because that's coming up real soon.
Yes.
Give us all the good deets for that.
Taste is going to be amazing this year. We are so excited. So we have 22 restaurants participating, and then a ton of vendors, and we'll have a kids zone. We have bounce houses, balloon animals, caricature. So whether you're coming hungry or you want to hang out with the community and your family and friends, there's something for everybody at Taste. We know the Lions game is playing during that time. Do not worry, we got you covered. There will be some tailgating going on, so it's going to be right across from the Corvette show. So we would love to see everybody out there. It's going to be 12 to 6 o'clock on Sunday, September 28th. So definitely stop on by and get
Two
ready.
beer tents.
2 beer tents. So
Okay.
we have one ran by the Optimist Club and one ran by the Rotary Club. And all of the proceeds for those 2 beer tents go directly to those nonprofits.
Nice.
Is this going to be how it's been in the past, where you buy tickets and you use tickets at the vendors?
Yes. Yep. So you're able to buy tickets. Tickets are $1 each. Or you get them in a pack of 10. And we are really excited. So you're going to be able to use those tickets at both the restaurants and at the beer tents. But make sure you go all the way around, get a taste of everything. That's the whole point of this event, is so that you're able to taste all of the different restaurants and find your new favorite or get taste of your already favorites, because let's be honest, we've all been to all of these restaurants. So it's a great time, and I think everybody should stop on in, make sure you're finding something fun and new at the Taste.
A couple of things I wanted to mention is in the Masonic Temple at 1 East Washington, the Masons are running a child ID program, which is free. So that's one option. After you eat and drink, pop in there. We're also going to be hosting like a sunglass customization station for kids and adults. And then we're also going to do a virtual scavenger hunt. So we're hoping to have some cards available where you can scan the QR code and fill out different things about the community, answer some questions. Hint, you'll need to look in the guide for Taste of Clarkston to find the answers to a lot of those. But it's always just a really fun event, a lot going on. I feel like, I keep saying I think it's like our community's most well-attended event.
Yeah.
I don't know if the parade would, I feel like Taste of Clarkston's got to be bigger than the parade.
It's gonna be crazy. I know in years past parking it's always tough. We definitely recommend carpooling just because of the parking, but we will have parking lots at Renaissance, Clarkston Elementary, and Clarkston High School.
Or then you just take the shuttle bus down.
Yep, the shuttle will be running. It'll drop you right off at Main Street, and you'll be able to get your tickets and start going to all the vendor booths.
What about the music? Who do we have on the lineup?
Yeah, so we have some great local talent. We have Lily McPhee. Rebecca Cameron, and One Ton Trolley.
Nice. Which, shout out to One Ton Trolley. They do play our theme song for
Yes.
Connecting Clarkston. So we're big fans. But that's good. So have we seen, are they, the other two, are they new? Because I know One Ton Trolley has played, but have the other two played at the Taste before?
So I think Rebecca Cameron has played at Taste before, but both of them have actually played at our Concert in the Park series.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool. Well, we're very looking forward to that. That's September 28th, downtown Clarkston, 12 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fantastic. And Olivia, so there's another community event that we all should attend. Can you tell us
Yes.
about that one?
Yes, so it's called Art at the Mill. It's a juried art show, which is something a little bit different than especially something that Ortonville has seen. It's in Ortonville. And I just kind of wanted to bring arts into the community because I feel like Clarkston has a little bit of it, but Ortonville certainly doesn't have any of it, you know, and I just think that that's really important. So it's something that I wanted to collaborate with the Ortonville DDA to make that happen. And there's also going to be a pet-friendly festival going on at the same time. So that's usually one of Ortonville's like most well-attended events, other than the fireworks event, of course. But it's a part of the farmers market, so it's only going on from 9 to 1, and then Art at the Mill is going on all day. So it's
So your
27th.
event is the day before
Yes.
Taste of Clarkston. So your
Yes.
event is on Saturday
Yes.
in downtown Ortonville, right?
Yes.
And then Taste of Clarkston is Sunday in downtown Clarkston. Okay.
So do you, if it's a juried art thing, so do you have, or juried art fair, if you want to submit art, is it too late? How does that work?
At this point, yeah, it is too late because we had a limited amount of vendors that we could accept. Well, we'll call them it's artists. So it's a little bit more of like, we have Septemberfest. I don't know if you've heard of that in Ortonville, which is kind of a big Ortonville event, but it's more like vendors, whereas this event is actual artists. So I have connections to a lot of artists, and we have a really good lineup of very talented individuals with a wide variety of mediums. Like 3D and 2D, we're judging for both of those categories. Oakland County Parks provided like family passes for the winners, and we have plaques and stuff as well, so that'll be good. And then there's kids classes, like free kids classes by a local art teacher who's teaching art classes down there. There's the blacksmith shop that's going to be running live blacksmith type stuff throughout the day. And then we're also having like a shuttle bringing people back and forth. Oh, and there's live music too.
Where is parking for the shuttle?
I believe at the elementary school.
Okay.
And then there's parking throughout downtown. There's also churches, so the shuttle might be running from the churches
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
And you're an artist as well.
I am.
As you know. So is your art in the show as well?
No, I wanted it to be. I have a booth for myself, but it's more like an informational booth. Maybe I'll have some of my services. I was talking to Katie earlier. I'm focusing more on art as a service rather than a good. Instead of, I do some commissions on the side and stuff, but my main things are paint parties that I host, and then also weddings. So I paint live at weddings as well.
So I was saying before we started filming that I've been kind of stalking Olivia for a few years now because I know her mom. Hi, Marianne. Olivia is an amazing artist. So at first I was watching her pet drawings that it's hard for me to believe that a human can make those. And then she started sharing out how she was sketching houses, which we just moved. So I asked her to sketch my house for my Christmas card, which I feel very ahead of the game because it's only September. But then I saw that you were at Concerts in the Park.
Yes.
And you were doing sketches of people. Talk about those a little bit.
So that's kind of how I got started for doing weddings. So I have actually a wedding this weekend, and I've booked a lot for next year, a few for this year as well. So that's kind of where I'm hoping, go. I just graduated, so that's where I'm hoping works out the best for me. But yeah, they were gracious enough to let me paint at Concerts in the Park, and they thought it was a really unique idea. So I'm really happy that I was able to go and get that experience, because that was great for me. Because I mean, you can sit in your room and do so many sketches, but when you have people live and there's little kids around you and they want to see what you're doing and they want to talk to you, and it's like, it's hard to, focus on what you're doing. But guest sketches, they're kind of like a newer thing at weddings, and people do them at like corporate events and stuff like that too. But it's like, instead of, people have heard of like a portrait of the couple, and painting live that, but it's a newer thing to do guest portraits at weddings as well. So it's more like a wedding favor for the guests. So they come up and I sketch them live or paint them live, and then they get to bring those home. So, and it'll usually have like the couple's name and the date on it too.
How long does it usually take per couple?
Like 5 to 10 minutes about.
Are these caricatures or actual sketches?
They're more like a classier version of caricatures, more like watercolor. They're small, full body portraits.
How cool. I've not really heard of that. That's really neat.
It is really cool.
Where can people find information about what you do and your art?
Yeah, so I have my website, oliviacolettiart.com, pretty easy. And I have everything on there. I post everything on Instagram and Facebook. I'm pretty active on social media and TikTok and stuff, so.
And, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, before we were filming too, we were also talking about your degree. Tell everybody what your degree is in.
So it's business, and then I got a minor in art.
Okay, which I was saying I think is a really interesting combination, because I know the artists that we've had on with us to talk about it, the conversation is always kind of how it's hard for the artist to juggle the business end and the organizational end. So it seems like a great combo to have both of those in one human.
I would say that's kind of what I'm best at, is more of the business-minded, management, administrative type side of things. I happen to be an artist, and I have been trying to push that more recently, because I think that it is something that I'm good at, and since I'm good at the business management side, I think that I can make that work. So yeah.
Yeah. We were talking about, we'll see your art around town on these flyers. Tell us about these flyers.
Yeah, I've made a lot of flyers, so I'm not really sure.
So I'll explain the flyer.
Sorry, yeah,
just because
I've
there's
done
a little
a lot
bit
of stuff.
There's a background story with the flyer and kind of how this all came to be. And I had stopped into downtown Clarkston to talk to Jonathan Smith about a few things. And he had mentioned about this Main Street
the Alliance.
Yes. They're bringing to Ortonville and Clarkston. It's like two towns, one road, because both towns are on M15, and so they're working together to cross promote events. And with that, a calendar is a big part of that. And so I had sent the calendar that Jonathan had shared with me to Olivia, because I was saying, this will work great to have you and Emily on the same podcast episode. Your event's Saturday, her event is Sunday, and you're both kind of in this alliance that's starting. And she responded back, I actually created that calendar. So, not that the point was to talk about the alliance, but just because you're both here, I feel like very involved in that, and it feels like a great representation of how that alliance can really benefit our community, both communities, to cross-promote all the great things happening locally.
For sure.
So.
Yeah, I was really happy to see that we were finally combining on something, and I think it's going to be kind of taken 2 months at a time. So September and October, and then we were going to kind of reassess after that and see. But yeah, I made all of the blog posts for that. There's a community calendar online. All of the flyers has a QR code attached to it, so you can just scan it and it'll take you to all of the live online stuff, which takes you there from there to all of the Facebook pages and event pages and stuff. So it's kind of all of the Clarkston Ortonville events in one place.
How do you decide which ones to put in there?
It's pretty much all of the events.
Is it? Okay.
But we do highlight certain events too. So on the flyer, we had it kind of like a trifold. Well, we have a few flyers out, but it's a trifold, and there's the actual calendar for October or September, and then we're gonna do another one for October. So I created both, and that has all of the events on it, just little logos and stuff. And then there's some highlighted ones on the side, and then when you scan the QR code, that brings you to everything online.
Nice.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, we're excited to see that and hope
Yeah.
that grows and does well.
For sure.
Emily, so Taste of Clarkston is minutes away. What is coming up after that? What are through the end of the year, kind of the big things that you're focusing on?
Yeah, so we still have plenty of events the rest of the year. So although Taste is definitely our largest, in October we have Pumpkins and Pastures, which is going to be at Cook's Farm Dairy.
And that's free to the community?
Completely free. It's October 16th.
Okay.
It's 4:30 to 6:30. There will be food, there will be music, cows. There's pumpkins that you can get, hay rides, all that good stuff. So we have that coming up in October. November 22nd, we have our holiday market with Independence Township. That's at Brady Lodge. That is from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is a craft show with a lot of different vendors. And then in December, we have our annual gala. So that's really just celebrating a lot of the successes that businesses have had in 2025 and kind of showing the Chamber's vision for where we're going in 2026. So all of these events are coming up fast, but they should be a lot of fun.
Nice.
Fantastic. So we have on the 27th, Art on the Mill in Ortonville, and then the 28th, Taste of Clarkston in downtown Clarkston.
So your weekend is planned.
Your weekend is planned, yeah. Just
Yes.
stay home. It's all happening here. Well, we really appreciate both of you coming to chat with us. And it's so fun how we have this youth coming in and really connecting our community. And it just really speaks volumes to what's happening here and all the good stuff. So I hope we see more of you both and get to participate in all these fun activities, and I will be checking out your art. I'm excited this idea about booking live sketches at events is really cool.
Yeah, thank
So I'm
you.
glad we got to chat. But thank you both.
Thank you.
Yeah,
See you
thank
soon.
you.
This podcast is brought to you by Independence Television, located inside Clarkston High School. The views and opinions expressed